today we're heading out west in Queensland. We've got a couple of days planned out there. We're going to be stopping at St. George first, where my best friend lives. We're going to spend some time with her. And it's also where my mum was born, so we're going to check out around there. Then we're going to head further west, out past Cunnamulla, out to Thargomindah, where my great-grandfather was born. So it'll be really nice to go and see that part of Queensland as well, before we head south across the border of Queensland and New South Wales to Bourke, where my dad was born. So a lot of family history on this trip, and some places that we've both never been. So it should be lots of fun out in the outback of Queensland and northern New South Wales. Got about a 5.5 hour drive ahead of us. We just left Brizzy, and so we should be arriving in St. George at about 4:45, 5 o'clock-ish, depending on traffic. So a bit of a drive ahead, which should be fun. So we've just stopped for lunch at this rest spot near Cecil Plains on the Condamine River. And is just making us some yummy salad wraps for lunch. Thank you. So we've just taken a turn. So we've just had a little wine tasting at the River Sands Winery in St. George, and it was really, really nice, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a bit hilarious as well.
Yeah, and it was the lady who served us. She was absolutely beautiful, so knowledgeable, and it was also free. So if you ever are coming out west in Queensland, definitely pop into the River Sands Winery, because it was a great experience and lots of fun, really nice. We got to taste heaps of different wines, and now we've taken 3 bottles that were our top 3, so we'll be able to have those on the road now. And we're going to go have some lunch with our friends at the winery just to finish off our afternoon. Yum!
dead.
No, he's not.
Go and touch it then.
You touch him.
No, I think he's probably.
I think he's sleeping.
I think he's sleeping.
You're not indicating.
We are going to go find out some information about central Queensland and where we can go while we're around this area. Alright guys, we just came out of the information centre. It is, I think, my first information centre going into, and I was pleasantly surprised. The lady who works at the information centre is also our friend's friend, and she absolutely gave us the goods. So much information, and this is now going to be my reading material for the next couple of days. But it had like everything, like New South Wales National Parks. It had everything about central Queensland. We're going down to Tasmania in a couple of weeks, so I even got like a little booklet about Tasmania. Oh, she gave us like this one about this specific region, which she gave us a bit of an idea of where we could go and what route we could take, which was really cool. And just like so much information. Outback Queensland, like, to say I was impressed is an understatement. Anyway, so yeah, very good. So lots to ponder on now to decide what we're going to do and where we're going to go.
Yeah, 100%.
So should be good. So yeah, if you are in St. George, I do recommend the information centre. Thank you, Laura.
You're crazy.
Okay guys, so we're heading out of St. George today, heading out west towards Cunnamulla, and our plan is we're going to be stopping at a place called Charlotte Plains. They have this kind of like campground area with some bathtubs that you can kind of chill in, watch the sunset or the sunrise and camp. So we're going to be heading there today, because then I think tomorrow we're going to be heading further west to Thargomindah. So little stop in between. I've just got some information on Charlotte Plains, where we're going. And so Charlotte Plains is an Outback station, and it's a family-owned station which has hot artesian baths, which date back to 1892. So the baths have it's a natural water source, naturally heated to a near perfect 42 degrees Celsius. So it's really looks really cool. There are 2 emus out there. 3. Angela's trying to get a nice shot. I think this is like the closest I've ever been to an emu. So we just pulled up at Bulloo Creek just to we were gonna book our campsite for tonight in Charlotte Plains, and as I went to book it, I looked online earlier, but I didn't read down far enough, and unfortunately it is closed for February, so we've had to change our plans for tonight. So we're going to continue on past Charlotte Plains and stop at Cunnamulla, where they've got a free camp there. And then tomorrow we'll head over to Thargomindah. So little change of plans, little bump in the road, but not too bad. We'll see how it goes. So yeah. we've just arrived at the free camp for the night. It's just off the side of the road. Nice little flat bit of grass. Not grass, dirt. And the sky is beautiful tonight. So we'll just camp here tonight and then head off tomorrow morning. We were meant to go to the hot springs in Cunnamulla, and now our second hiccup of the trip. The hot springs are temporarily closed. So not sure what we're gonna do tomorrow. We will work that out tonight. We have just started our trip this morning. We are driving from Cunnamulla to Thargomindah. We've just stopped off at Bulloo for a quick brekkie break, and we've got about, I think, an hour and a half left until we get to Thargomindah. So I'm very excited to see Thargomindah because it's where my great grandfather was born, and yeah, so should be good.
Side of the road. He said I'd walk 100 miles, but I got nowhere to go. Back in my time, I was a kid that had a head full of dreams. I'm now a drifter with a pack of cigarettes in my jeans. I'm a one-man circus as I'm walking the line. I lost a Chevy tank of gas on Interstate 69. I had the roof down, singing with my head in the sun. I never had a job, I just had plenty of fun.
So, I have been seeing and reading about the Cobb and Co. And from what I've learned, it was a horse coaching. Like they used to travel and transport people from the bush settlements from like the 1850s to the 1920s on horses.
Really?
Yeah. So that's like, oh, someone was waving? I don't know if they were like asking us to stop. But anyway, so the Cobb and Co is like all around, all of the like crossing stations where they used to stop and feed the horses or water the horses is around here, which is pretty cool. I thought that was cool. So we're just having a little look at a spot called Pelican Point. Apparently you can do some fishing here along the Bulloo River, and it's also a picnic spot. So I think you can catch yabbies and yellow belly. yeah, this is Thargomindah Station, and we were just having a chat with Cassie, and the Kullili mob actually bought the station back in 2023. So we're going to have a little chat with some of the members of the Kullili group, and get to know a little bit more about what they're doing on the station, and yeah, it's pretty cool going back to the traditional owners of the land. This is the Thargomindah Old Hospital. The old morgue. Ugh. So we just stopped into the pub earlier and had a little cheeky schooner, and we're chatting to the bartender who is running the pub, and her partner, her husband, has grown up in Thargomindah, and we started yarning, and I explained that my great-grandfather was taken from Thargomindah to Cherbourg, and she said that her husband, his grandma, used to tell stories because she remembers that day happening, and was alive when it all happened. And apparently it happened in the middle of winter, and it was absolutely freezing, and it was on the back of a what was it, a cattle wagon. So pretty hectic to hear that story, and to think it wasn't that long ago that that all happened. It was only my great-grandfather's time, which was not that long ago. So yeah, a little bit of history. Now we're on our way out to Norley Station, which was the station where my great-grandfather was born. We're just following Cassie out there, so we're very lucky to be able to be shown this country.
So I said to the man, well, I think it was Joe. I said, I ain't got much, but I got somewhere to go. I got a case full of clothes and a bottle of Jack. He said, okay, sir, and climbed up into the back. He asked me where we were heading. I said, I really don't care. I'm just a drifter and I'm happy when I'm heading nowhere. I got 16 bucks, but Joe, you ain't got a dime. But it doesn't really matter when we're just killing time.
And this is Norley Station. So it's a big cattle station now. But yeah, right on the river. So guys, we've arrived at our camp for the afternoon, and we're camping tonight at Thargomindah Station, the station that we were at earlier today, where Cassie was showing us around, and the land that has been recently bought by the Kullili traditional owners. So we're very lucky to be able to camp here tonight. I think you used to be able to camp, public used to be able to camp here, but since the traditional owners have brought the land back, I'm not sure that that's open to public anymore. I'm not sure on that one. But yeah, so we're very, very lucky that we've been given permission to camp here tonight, and we're camping right by the river, which you can see there. And lots of flies though, which we're like, no. But other than that, it's been absolutely great. So, alright, so we're here with Cassie, Ramona and Brenda from the Kullili mob, who have given us permission to stay at Thargomindah Station last night. And they're just going to tell us a little bit about what they're doing with the station and a little bit of the history about it. So, yeah.
Okay, Moora from Kullili country. We're on Thargomindah Station, and in August 2023 we had the opportunity to buy the property with some investment monies from some incredible people who backed us, and as part of our operations we have it's a working cattle station, but it also has a HIR carbon project over the property as well, and that's going to be part of our our main way of repaying our loan for the station. It's a 25-year project, and we're just excited for the next 25 years. We're on a steep learning curve, but we keep learning more and more each year, and for our corporation, the Kullili Bulloo River Aboriginal Corporation, because we're on the Bulloo River, we're a native title corporation, and with the acquisition of this cattle station we now also have a pastoral holding company, and we've got some really great aspirations for Kullili people, and we hope that in the next 25 years we're able to achieve those. And I'll hand over to Mona.
I think we're really excited for our future and for the kids, but all the projects that we've been aiming and wanting to do for so long, and hopefully this year, hey Cass, when Brenda, we can get them ranges off the ground, hopefully, fingers crossed, on the station. So there's a whole lot of activities and stuff that we've been wanting to do for so long out here in the country. It gives us a perfect opportunity to do all those things and start collecting some data for our kids to look after. And yeah, it's going to be really, really cool. There's so many exciting things to do. But yeah, that's one of the main things that we're really keen to do, eh?
Nice. And when was the station bought again?
August 23.
Nice.
And then in September 23 we had our 3rd annual return to country for NAIDOC Week, and it
Was that when Dad came here?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
yep.
yes, that's right. I saw some photos before we came on this trip. He was showing us all the photos. Yeah.
It was awesome. We had everybody, all the children were just loving swimming and running around. It was a really good feeling to know that this country now, they'll remember it because they'll remember swimming and mucking around and having fun, but as they grow older they'll start to learn that they've got a responsibility for here as well.
It's quite a big station, eh?
Oh yeah, how big is it?
47,000 hectares.
Wow.
And we're running about 600 head of cattle, adjusting. But yeah, we're learning about the cattle side of things, learning about the carbon side of things, and just really excited for the opportunities that we're able to create and pass on for our children and grandchildren and the future generations. And that's
really cool. Nice. Well, thank you guys. I really appreciate you guys giving us this opportunity, because it worked out really well, because we were meant to be here a week ago and then our plans changed. So it kind of fit in really well.
Yeah,
so,
meant to be.
Yeah.
meant to be. And last week too was they
Really
had
hot.
48 degrees.
That's what
days.
everyone was telling us. So it kind of, everything happens for a reason. That's what I always say. So
And see, we missed the heat wave that they had here, so it was good for us. So
Yes.
we rocked in
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
It was really
it was
nice.
even, like I said on the
Yeah.
phone this morning, it was even like a bit cold last night. I had the doona on
Yep.
with
Yeah.
the windows open.
Yep.
So
Yeah, wow.
Oh,
that was nice. Yeah,
No, it's a beautiful spot.
it
Beautiful
is.
spot. So yeah.
Right on.
Thank you.
Thank
you.
See ya.
See ya.
Bye.
We just sat down with a few of the directors here and the people that are looking after the place. What was Auntie Cass?
Yeah, Cassie, Ramona and Brenda. We were really fortunate to have a little quick chat with them about what they're doing on Thargomindah Station.
Yeah, that was just, and then that was just before breakfast. So now we're in the cruise, and now we're about to head down to Hungerford.
Yeah, we're gonna go down to Hungerford, see how we're doing for time, and then we might go into the Cunnamulla National Park, depending on how we're going for time, or otherwise we're gonna scoot straight down towards Burke in northern New South Wales.
Yep, that's the plan. We're just
Yeah.
right over some sticks and stuff there.
So yeah, we're heading off now and then see how we go.
It's good.
We just turned around because we heard this really random sound as we were driving. We're like, what was that?
Why'd you do that?
What was that? And goes past it again, Ange.
Alright, let's go.
Anyway, so if you look close, it was the deterrent fence thing. All that to stop the cats. We freaked out, scared the crap out of us. Oh. Alright, so we're just driving into Hungerford. We decided to pop into the town just to suss out what is around. There is the border. We are in just across this fence. It says, "Welcome to New South Wales." So we are literally right on the border. Gonna go for a little skooey.
Yeah.
Check out the pub.
Check out the local with
If it's even open. It is a Wednesday, but it's 1:30, so it should be.
this fun video.
Yeah, just park, I reckon, up here. Let's go check out the Royal Mail Hotel. It is 35 degrees today and it is stinking hot. Cute little pub. Oh, wow. Heaps of notes on the roof. And a little puppy dog.
Oh, yeah.
Oh wow. Is that here?
Holy cow. Nice cat. 3 dingoes. Huh.
That's cool. 1919, the police stopping people going through over the border with Spanish flu. 2020, the police stopping people going over the border from coronavirus. It's pretty funny. So guys, we just stopped in at the pub. It's a pretty cute little pub. It's got like heaps of history on the walls, and it was really cool to like have a look at all of that kind of stuff. And we were chatting with the fellow who's running the pub, and we were talking to him about the national park because we were going to go and visit the Cunnamulla National Park. And the main reason that we wanted to go and visit there is because there are 2 lakes side by side, a couple of kilometres between each of them. And one is a freshwater lake and one is a saltwater lake. So we thought that would be really cool to go and have a look at and then camp somewhere in the national park. But because of the time of year, both of the lakes are bone dry. So we've decided we don't think we're going to go to the national park because there's no point in trekking 20 kilometres or more, 50 kilometres to the campground in the other direction. And right there is the New South Wales border, and we were heading there tomorrow anyway because we're on our way down to Burke where my dad was born. So it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon now. We've got about a 2.5 hour drive to Burke. So we just said, stuff it, let's keep going. We'll get to Burke tonight. We'll stay there the night and then we'll reconvene and go from there. So we are crossing the New South Wales border literally in a couple of seconds. I will take you with me because I have to get out and open the gate. All right, on our way to New South Wales. Whoa, that gate is